All right, we're back. Episode 2. Hopefully everything's working.
Oh man, yeah.
NFL last time. Now UFC 249 live sports. Doesn't get anything.
The only real live sporting event going on right now
Nothing better
that
than
people
that.
actually care about, not the Korean baseball league that everybody's talking about.
Not tag. Yeah, this is legit.
They had cornhole. They had
I know, I
cornhole
saw
on
that.
ESPN2 the other day. Oh my
I saw
goodness.
that. I know. I'm thinking about actually working on my cornhole skills.
I don't need any, so I can already compete with those guys.
All right. We're not going to talk about the Sam Alvey fight. I mean, it was a decent fight, but
Yeah, competitive.
Nothing really special there. Sam Alvey, late push near the end, but he was never winning that fight. Bryce Mitchell, Charles Rosa, 30-25, 30-25, 30-24. I mean,
yeah, dude, he dominated.
He whooped
start to
his
finish.
ass. And I mean, just strictly grappling, right? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, neither of them really had any big moments striking. It was really just
Control.
Bryce Mitchell, man. He is a problem. He
multiple
will put you in a pretzel.
multiple twister attempts.
I think he had 3, and one of them was just
Dirty.
I thought I actually said like, oh well, he has it. I thought it was over for sure, but Rosa did a really good job in just staying alive at least in the scrambles. But Bryce Mitchell, man, that featherweight division is so stacked. It's one of the most stacked divisions you've seen.
Him and Ortega.
Him and Ryan Hall.
Yeah, they were talking about that.
Hey, him and Zabit has a nice,
Yeah.
Obviously, he's a ways away from facing the top of the division, but as he continues to grow, hopefully his striking.
What is he? 13-0 now?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, completely he may have lost in the UFC in the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, that's where his only loss is. But
I'm waiting for him to get those camo shorts, man. Those custom camo.
They said he's getting it.
Really?
Yeah, Dana said on Twitter after the fight, you're getting those shorts.
I'll buy those.
That'll be cool.
I'll walk around.
Hey,
the house.
Reebok, that's easy, right? That's easy.
Yeah, but we're talking about Reebok, so nothing's easy. Yeah, pay the fighters more, right?
That's an easy win. That's an easy win.
They're doing good with Sean O'Malley. That's who they're doing pretty good with, and Adesanya.
Yeah,
Reebok's making some cool gear.
Yeah,
but other than that, it's like got to do a little bit better, right?
Let the fighters personalize a little bit. But
Vicente, Luque, Niko, Bryce. So this is the first of the preliminary or ESPN card, not ESPN Plus, but it was nasty. It was a brutal fight.
Yeah. It was kind of slower the pace than I expected it to be, but
it was
with that
as
came
brutal.
I think more power shots. Yeah.
Vicente Luque was hitting just the heavier shots. You can feel every time Luque hit him, it was just like, whoa, that's power right there. But Niko Bryce he was putting on a show.
Returning.
Too. Yeah. It's just Luque's shots.
Returning fire.
Luque's shots, you can tell, just had, the impact on him. So.
Yeah. Dude, I think a fight for Luque, and this makes a little bit of sense for this guy too. I'm gonna butcher his name, but Al Hassan, right? That's the African guy who beat Niko Bryce horribly KO'd him.
He horribly KOs everybody though. I just call him condensed Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Yeah, that's exactly who and what he is. But I know he's returning. He had a
stint,
an accusation that was awful, and I hope it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think they were dropped the charges, so that is good.
The glove did not fit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly. So I think him and Luque would be a pure firefight, and I think Luque would lose. I think that Rock Alisson guy is dangerous.
I don't think a lot of people leave the cage with their consciousness after they fight condensed Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Yeah, no, I think that fight makes a lot of sense for him. And as for Niko Bryce, I mean, he'll never be a title contender, but he's always going to put on a show.
Exactly.
Hey,
Mike Perry, same thing.
Thank you. I was going to say him and Mike Perry. Come on now.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be the fight. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Perry's coming off a loss.
It just makes sense.
He's coming off a loss.
It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Carla Esparza versus the Karate Hottie.
I got it.
I mean,
Wasn't really paying attention to this
I
fight.
mean-
I was barbecuing.
I saw some of it. Esparza looked good. She mentioned after the fight that she could actually hear DC commentating.
DC.
And she was like,
Yeah.
she was like, oh shit, I should start doing that. He was like, oh, she needs to mix it up. And I was like, damn, I didn't even think of that as being like, a positive or something like you can use, but it makes sense now. Shit.
Oddly enough, that's not the only fight that happened. Greg Hardy said the same thing.
Really?
He started checking leg kicks. Yeah, we'll talk about that fight later, but he started checking leg kicks after DC. He heard DC talking.
You gotta know that you gotta check leg kicks, though, right?
Yeah, like that's a pretty basic.
After you get hit with about 20 of them, gotta check a few, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I did see a lot of people say though that they felt Watterson had won, and they're pretty kind of annoyed with Esparza because I know that she had another loss, another win like this where they felt like she had lost to the.
She's got a style like that though, where it's like it's hard to see. It's like what do you
never
value?
look good against her.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're Joanna, but other than that, it's going to be a grinding fight.
All right, next fight. Alexei Olynyk versus Fabricio Werdum, the old man grappler fight. This was a weird one. This was a really weird one.
It was.
Olynyk with those weird looping punches,
Yeah. I think one thing that's very clear after this is that Fabricio Werdum he's done, like, as far as being a contender. He's in the Cowboy Cerrone, who we'll get to next in that area. Where
he's in the payday.
He's a nice measuring stick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a nice measuring stick for other fighters and stuff. But
gatekeeper. As
far as being a contender goes, he's done. Olynyk shouldn't be able to beat him, and especially the way he beat him, striking. Fabricio Verdum's getting outstruck by him. I mean,
a lot of the submissions.
It's pretty bad now.
A lot of the submissions, Werdum just let go. I mean, he got his back multiple times.
Yeah.
He had both hooks in a lot of times, and he was really high on his back too, which is strange.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you so high on his back? I don't understand. And then he would just.
I think he was clear. He was clearly better though with the grappling.
He was fucking him up on the ground.
But you can't get outstruck like that by Olynyk. And I like Olynyk's game plan too. I'm gonna suffocate him. I'm gonna be in his space. I'm gonna throw bombs, and I'm gonna make him return fire. That's it.
He didn't look good to me either.
I mean, no. Neither of them are gonna be beating Ngannou anytime soon. But yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, do you think Fabricio should retire? Do you think he's got a few more left in the tank?
Oh, I think he has a few. I think he does have a few more left.
He just didn't look like he came.
If he wants,
he didn't look like he came to fight. He didn't look like he came. He trained very well. He didn't look like he had a camp.
2 years off. 40. What is he? 41 years old. 2 years off.
From the jump.
Fighting forever.
From the jump, he didn't look ready. He didn't look like he wanted to be there.
We'll see. As a heavyweight, he could keep doing this for another 3 years and be at least competitive, with some of the better guys in the division. But I think his contender
and get that cash too. So
hey, if I was him, I'd fight out the rest of my contract. And if you still want to fight, go to Bellator, go to ONE FC, go to I can't even think. What's the Japanese promotion?
One championship.
There's one championship. That's the Chinese promotion. There's the one in Japan.
Dream?
So. Ryzen. Jeez, I can't believe I forgot about that. Yeah, go to one of those smaller promotions, and I think you could see him have some really good fights there.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you're telling me him and Ryan Bader wouldn't be interesting?
I think Ryan Bader whoops his ass.
Yeah, I mean, probably, but I'll watch it though.
Interesting. Whoa. Come on now.
Oh my God.
What do you think is next for Olynyk?
The heavyweight division is so weird.
Yeah, I mean him.
I feel like there's never movement.
I say throw him in there with Derek Lewis. I'll watch it.
That's who I was thinking also.
Fuck
it. If he wins, that's a nice step up for him.
That seems like a Derek Lewis kind of fight. That's just kind of opponent.
It'd be a fight where Derek Lewis is losing 2.5 rounds and then just pulls it out at the end.
Throws a barbecue chicken right hand. Yeah, wins the fight. All right, and then the main fight on the ESPN prelims. Anthony Pettis, Showtime against Cowboy, Donald Cerrone. Cerrone looked a lot better. He looked like he came to fight.
Yes.
In my eyes, won the fight.
For what this fight could have been, which is ugly for both guys, they both came out, I feel like, looking
fight.
really
good. It was a good fight. Who do you think won? Do you think you agree with the decision? God, I think Cerrone won.
I do also, and part of that is I probably put a little bit more on the end of the fight.
Well, he was just
pushing, I feel like at the end of the fight,
pace,
he turned it on.
in my opinion. He was just pushing. Yeah. Pettis looked hesitant. He, a lot of times he was gun shy, and I think Cerrone was just taking it to him a lot of the times. I think he won. Pretty clearly. But
he didn't look bad at all, which I was scared that he would after the McGregor fight.
Yeah.
So I'm glad both of them didn't look bad. That's I think my biggest.
We forgot to mention also Olynyk murdered my parlay early.
Oh Jesus, yes. Oh my goodness.
Dude. $100 parlay.
My bookie.
Brutal.
Can you get it together with the credit cards? I was on the phone with them for 4 separate times.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Also, my bookie. It'd be cool to have you as a sponsor, but yeah, get it together. Jesus Christ.
No, it is really easy to navigate. Just I don't know why.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't get to make the bet. At the end of the day, it worked out perfect for me. It worked out perfect for me. If I would have made the bet, I would have lost money also. So I'm glad I didn't.
All right, another heavyweight slob matchup: Greg Hardy, Yorgan De Castro. Early on, I was like, okay, well, De Castro's got the fastest fat guy hands I've ever seen.
Dude, he looked like Mark Hunt. He was the Portuguese Mark, not the Port. I don't even know what race he is, to be honest, but Mark Hunt. That's what he looked like.
He looked like Vitor with a fat suit on. All right, the guy came out. He was moving his head, fucking parrying shots, fucking five
leg kicks and hand speed, man.
5-punch combos. Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah.
The leg kicks.
One thing I got to say about Greg Hardy, I know that he's touted as this big athlete, and he is. Clearly, I watched the NFL very closely. Yeah. He was dominant. I feel like how big he is, he's not as fast as an elite athlete could or should be, like Ngannou, for instance.
Yeah.
Pretty significantly faster than him.
Yeah.
Way better shape than him, so I don't know. Maybe Greg Hardy,
but
he's built like just a burly giant, like a Shane Carwin, Brock Lesnar type.
Yeah,
but
I can tell that Hardy knows what he has to do. I mean, if you're comparing him to Ngannou has a speed, but he can't tighten his shots up. They're all looping.
Yes.
If he can figure out to just shorten some of those shots up, I mean, Jesus. But like Hardy, it's the opposite. It's like he's understanding the technique. It's just they're too slow.
Yeah.
They're too slow,
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think I was really impressed by Greg Hardy's stamina. I think that was one of the biggest things.
He's got asthma.
For him to be able to, fight 3 rounds like that.
He's got asthma.
My goodness.
So,
he took an inhaler in the fight.
Well, I mean, he found a way to take it this fight. I'm telling you. Somebody stuck it to the cage.
Probably.
But yeah, I mean, I do have hope. He was checking leg kicks pretty well.
Yeah. He's 31 years old, which for a heavyweight, that's not old at all. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I question what his ceiling could be. Yeah. But we'll see. He's made very quick strides for sure. Mm-hmm. Clearly, he is getting better. Like every single fight, like I said, his stamina this fight was, to me, the most impressive thing. He was able to go. He was moving around really nice. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at it. As for De Castro, he slowed down a lot. Because that first round, it was like, whoa, he's gonna
knock him out.
He's gonna beat Greg Hardy pretty bad here. And then I can't believe if Greg Hardy won all 3 rounds. That's pretty wild to me.
Pretty wild.
But those rounds 2 and 3.
De Castro was never winning a decision. Let's just be real. The UFC has too much on Greg Hardy.
Yeah, no. You can't. But
I'm excited to see De Castro again. I mean, he's fun, fast.
Yeah.
Looks like he hit.
Yeah, very
hard,
fast.
So I'm all in.
I think they were talking on the broadcast yesterday that he used to be a 205 pounder, or that were they saying that he could be a 205 pounder if he lost weight?
Yeah.
I may have misheard them.
Did you not just hear me? Vitor Belfort with the fat suit on. So yeah, he did.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Next fight, Calvin Kattar, Jeremy Stephens, TKO, elbows and punches. Second round, 2 minutes, 42 seconds.
I was actually barbecuing in between this fight also.
Jesus.
I kind of felt like, okay, this fight might be a little bit kind of slow. And I happened to go inside and within the minute that I was inside, just, kind of waiting between checking the barbecue pit.
Jeremy Stephens looked good, too. Jeremy Stephens looked good early on.
He didn't look bad.
Good leg kicks, But, man, dude, when the second round started, you immediately saw Calvin Kattar just pour it on him with the combinations. He uses his length really well. And he just stepped in with that perfect elbow. Oh, my God. It was dirty.
Oof.
He hit him, like, right here. Yeah. He hit him, like,
on the mouth.
On the mouth.
Yeah.
And the way he fell, I was just like, the leg got tangled a little bit.
Mirko Gonzaga a little bit.
He did the Mirko. Oof.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
I that was one of the last things I would have expected was him getting brutally KO'd.
But at the same time,
I did not expect that at all.
And Calvin Kattar was talking about it as like, I think he was really angry about him missing weight by 5 pounds,
Yeah, it does just, for somebody like Jeremy Stephens to do that, you didn't try, or you didn't do a good job of trying at least.
There was no weight cutting going on.
Yeah. That's what it seems like.
Calvin Kattar, though, who would you like for him to fight? Him versus Yair would be fun.
It would be. I don't think Yair would fight him right now, though.
Probably not, but
I would say Ortega, but it seems like him and Korean Zombie have some business they got to take care of first. So
Ortega.
I don't think that would happen yet either.
Slapping people, yeah, they gotta run that one.
For sure. Yeah, that makes too much sense.
Open hand.
I don't know. The division's kind of weird because Zabit's not gonna fight him again, of course.
No. Ooh, no. You cannot find Zabit right now after watching that fight.
No. Yeah.
No.
So I really don't know who makes the most sense for him. Gosh. That's tough.
Is there a plane going over your house?
You might be. Yeah, there's definitely a plane going over.
Jesus Christ. Man.
I do think the Yair might make the most sense, actually.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. That'd be fun.
Where the hell has he been?
Come on, he does this all the time, man. I'm still waiting on him and Zabit. Jeez. Jeez.
Don't hold your breath.
Speaking of holding your breath, Ngannou, Rosenstruck. I mean, well, geez.
Yeah. We didn't put out our prediction podcast.
No.
But in it, that was because, of course, technical difficulties.
That's what we're known for.
Who would have guessed it?
That's what we're known for.
But
we
both kind of agreed this was going to be a very violent, very quick KO.
I think other than Joe Rogan and those guys, 99% of America saw this coming.
Yeah, I after Rosenstruck's last fight with Alistair Overeem, where he was thoroughly beaten up for 2 rounds for about, the better part of 14 minutes and 50 seconds.
That wasn't a 5-rounder? That fight?
What? No, I don't think so. Was it? Oh, that was the main event, huh?
I think it was
24 minutes.
Yeah.
And 50 seconds. I mean, he got whooped on pretty bad.
Yeah. But what was interesting about this fight was that you saw Rosenstruck come out throwing leg kicks. You saw his idea of what was going to go on. And he tried, while Ngannou was coming in with these looping shots, he even threw a leg kick to get him off balance and tried to do that. But
he caught him with a punch, too, coming in.
2. I think he caught him with 2 punches coming in.
Yeah.
But Ngannou...
We had to just come to the conclusion. He's the Deontay Wilder. I told you this last night. He's the Deontay Wilder of MMA.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I don't think we can ever expect him to, have some sort of crisp boxing.
Do you think Stipe survives a rematch with Ngannou?
No, I don't. And that's not because I don't think Stipe is good. He is, but I think after that fight, for one, I think it took a decent amount out of him. After DC dribbled his head off the floor, That took some out of him. And then after DC again, they fought, and DC got the better of him for the most of that fight until he eventually was able to come back and win, and that was impressive.
Yeah.
I just don't think the accumulative damage that he's taken. Also, he seems on the fence about fighting. I think Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub were talking about it last week that
he's
his title may be stripped from him because he doesn't want to fight. And I understand, of course, with the coronavirus, he's a first responder. He's a frontline worker. So
these uncertain times,
he has he has he is on the front line. So he's a lot different than any other fighter for sure because he's probably helping people with coronavirus. So I understand, but from Dana White's perspective, the business has to move on also.
Yeah, exactly.
You have another important job, and you're the champion.
Did you see Cormier's face while he was commentating this fight?
Oh, it's priceless.
Priceless. Do you think?
I don't think he would fight Ngannou.
No, I was just about to say. Do you think he fights Ngannou? Jeez.
I don't think he would. For the interim title, there's no way.
Jeez.
I think he said that last night too. Like his fight is Stipe. That's it. Just because it's the third fight, it's a trilogy.
Cormier definitely has a better chance against Ngannou than Stipe at this point, though. I think.
Yeah, I mean, because he's a better wrestler, so I think he gets him down pretty quick.
Yeah, but God, man, this version of Ngannou it's frightening. It is frightening.
Yeah, and some people have said that they haven't seen improvement from him, and I would agree. Maybe from like a fight standpoint, we haven't got to see it.
We're not seeing his stamina. I want to see if his stamina has gotten better because Stipe grinded him out, and he was gassed.
Yeah.
Early, too.
Yeah, I mean, since then, he had the Derek Lewis fight, which we'll throw that away. That was a weird one. Then he beat Curtis Blades in 45 seconds. He beat Cain Velasquez in 26 seconds. He beat JDS in a minute and 11 seconds, and Rosenstruck now in 20 seconds. So, for those people still questioning if he has improved, that's fair.
Yeah, we're not seeing enough, but dude, I mean, you can't question this, bro.
Exactly. You can't question.
He's wiping people out, bro. Wiping people out.
Yeah.
So.
I think he's the uncrowned heavyweight champ until Rumble decides to come back and fight heavyweight.
He's also he's a victim of his weight class as well.
Yeah.
It's just like he's fighting who they're putting up against, but
Yeah, they tried to build Rosenstruck as the next coming, and
I mean we didn't really buy in. We didn't buy into that to begin with.
No.
I mean, he's just slow. He's just too slow.
Yeah.
Okay, so next for Ngannou.
The champ fight. I mean, it has to be Stipe, and if not, then once again, no disrespect to Stipe. I understand.
Strip him. So let's say they strip Stipe. Who fights for the vacant?
Jesus. I guess. Who did Greg Hardy just lose to? I mean, his last fight, that 6'7" dude.
Volkov.
I'm blanking on his name. Alexander Volkov.
Jeez.
Yeah, the UFC heavyweight division is bad. Hey, why are we messing around? John Jones.
Hey. Rumble?
Well, yeah, that would be crazy too. But if DC really does say like I'm not doing
Whenever I say Rumble,
he's already beaten Curtis Blades in a minute.
Jesus, scary individual.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
yeah, I mean
it's whoever
he's. Look at who he's beaten everybody in the top 5 already.
Yeah.
So what's left for him? He's beaten Ngannou. He's beaten Blades. I mean, he's beaten JDS. I guess you can go rematch with Derek Lewis.
I mean, it'll be a better fight, but God, people would be so hesitant to be hyped for that fight because it's just like
yeah, the last one was so bad. I wouldn't be hesitant. I would assume that they have a better fight, which the floor is so low.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have a worse fight than that. That's probably the worst fight in UFC history.
Yeah, I would not mind a rematch, but you can't do that for the title though. Derek Lewis hasn't earned that.
He hasn't.
So really, there's no guy who's ready for an interim title other than DC, and he wouldn't do it.
Stipe,
Ngannou's,
it's all up to Stipe. Stipe is literally holding the division hostage right now.
Yeah, and Ngannou's in a weird spot. If Stipe isn't ready to fight and DC won't fight him, then you're looking at, like I said, John Jones. You're looking at, like you said, Rumble. Rumble would make a lot of sense if he comes back. He's a big enough name. He's scary enough to market him against Ngannou.
That would be brutal. Oh my God. Ooh. If they were swinging, If they were swinging like Rosenstruck and Ngannou last night, who wins that?
Ngannou or Rumble.
You think Rumble? Oh my God.
He's faster. He's just as powerful, and his striking is very crisp.
If he knocked out Ngannou, I'd be like, I would be.
Oh, he would.
I know. I'm just saying it's
stiff too. It'd be stiff. I mean, Lewis is on a 2-fight win streak against Blagoy Ivanov and Ilir Latifi. Although the Latifi fight was questionable, it was a unanimous decision win, but it was weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So okay, heavyweight division. Shit, like it always is. So, moving on.
Yeah.
Cejudo getting it done against Cruz.
And then retiring.
Yeah, TKO. Second round at the end. Wow. Jesus Christ. 4 minutes, 58 seconds. Yeah, I mean, do you agree with the stoppage?
Yeah, I agree with the stoppage.
100%.
He got hit with about, 6 to 8 probably unanswered shots.
Yeah.
When Cejudo was hitting him also, he had
11,
his arm.
11 unanswered shots.
Oh, jeez. See that? Yeah. I mean, Cejudo had one of his arms kind of had grabbed it and had control of it, which is making it more difficult for Cruz to not only move but to block himself. Mm-hmm. That's not intelligent defense at the end of the day. That's the rule. It's intelligent defense. It wasn't that.
Did Cruz look like
he looked all right? But Cejudo's game plan was it was going in the direction of Cejudo beating him up really bad. Mm-hmm. His game plan was disgusting. He was gonna kick him in his legs really bad and
I know
box him up.
I saw him
he looked really good.
When I saw him kicking the legs, I was like, oh my God, that's ruthless.
Yeah. It was bad.
That's ruthless. That's fucked up.
Henry Cejudo, like him or not, and his gimmick is really annoying. He is a damn good, high level, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the UFC, I think. And
yeah,
elite wrestler.
Yeah,
coupling that now with really good striking, that's scary.
You just gotta,
I know.
You gotta think though. It's like, man, you gotta fight Jan, man. You gotta fight Jan.
You gotta fight Jan. I don't think he's retiring. I guess Ariel Juan put out there that he was really put off after he had beaten Marlon Moraes, I believe. He wanted a big pay raise and didn't get it. So I'm sure Dana White and the UFC will work something out. He's gonna get his pay raise and that'll be the fight. He didn't retire. We all know that.
Sandhagen. Oh, that'd be juicy.
Division's good. Aljamain Sterling. Yeah. So there's plenty of guys there. He'll be back. He didn't retire. We all know that.
Okay.
As for Dominic Cruz,
yeah. What about Dom?
I don't think he has anything else to prove.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to move up or down the division, and I don't know if he's.
He seems pretty pissed about this stoppage, man. I don't know. I think it's gonna.
A fight that I would love to see, actually.
What?
The original fight that Cejudo's going to have. That's Jose Aldo. Dominic Cruz, Jose Aldo. Those are two divisional kings.
That could be
two
fun.
Guys later in their career, and that would make them. That'd make a lot of sense, I think.
Imagine those leg kicks, though.
Well, that'd be bad. But Jose Aldo hasn't leg kicked really since
he has not been using his leg
second
kick.
Edgar fight, right? Since
if he did,
I think he
torn
did.
ACL.
I think he forgot how to after McGregor. You think? Could that be it?
Maybe. I mean, he lost years of training after that punch. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I like Aldo a lot.
Yeah,
I think that might be really. I would definitely favor Aldo.
He's got that
but
awesome style, like it's almost Dutch kickboxing-esque.
Also for Cruz though, you don't need to fight anymore.
No, you have nothing to prove. But you know how this works, dude. Come on.
But all right, let's go on. Gaethje Ferguson. Jesus. I mean, crazy. As advertised.
The war we expected. Not the end we expected, but the war we expected.
No, even for you, I think you had Gaethje winning. I had Ferguson winning,
and
even for you,
I
don't think you would have expected him to win like that.
No. I thought it was gonna be early. I thought it was gonna be I thought it was going to be brutal and early, but it was torture. It was torture.
Yes, slow.
Oh.
Brutal and late.
Oh. Well, we compared it to the Holloway Ortega fight, where it was just like bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, down the stretch, it was really bad.
Yeah. I mean, these aren't just like we were talking on the phone. These aren't just like grazing punches. They're just like kind of like coming off a little bit off the chin. Like these are full-fledged power shots landing 100% clean. And Gaethje says like, oh, like it wasn't surprising, it's El Cucuy, but it's like, dude, I don't care. That's surprising. No human being should be able to take those kinds of shots.
No, and this could be a really bad point for Ferguson now.
Could be.
After you don't come back after that 100%, right?
Those are the kind of wars
that's the Lawler Condit.
Yeah, it takes a little bit at
the Whitaker Romero.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
So
you can't come back at that 100%.
You say he's never the same?
No.
Okay.
I don't think he'll ever be the same.
True.
And that doesn't mean that he can't be competitive still. I think he can still beat the top of the division. Him and Poirier, I think he would be still very good and could beat Poirier.
True or false?
Fighters like that.
True or false? Ferguson fights Khabib before he retires.
False.
Whoa.
Yeah, false.
Whoa.
I think that Khabib will retire before Ferguson's ever back on top. That division's too stacked, too many guys.
It's true.
I think he'd have to win unless McGregor agreed to fight him. If he beat McGregor, that's a one fight ticket to championship. But I don't think McGregor would fight him.
McGregor wouldn't fight him right now.
You saw McGregor fighting or talking with Nate. They're talking smack. We know McGregor wants Khabib. Yeah. Hell, McGregor and Gaethje is more possible, I think, right now than
if you're McGregor.
Ferguson.
If you're McGregor and you watch this fight, maybe don't want to.
You don't
want to fight Gaethje, right?
But he has stamina now.
Well, shit,
come on.
Dude. That's he
was fresh in the fifth round.
That was a big surprising factor in this fight was Gaethje's stamina.
Huge.
Because that was from Tony's side, his fans and his corner and everybody. They really thought that Gaethje was gonna fold when it came to deep waters.
Yeah.
4th and 5th round, which that's what we thought as well. Gaethje's gonna get the early rounds, and then once it crossed that threshold to the championship rounds, he's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be eating elbows. He didn't get hit with a lot of elbows.
No, oddly enough, I would say it kind of went opposite. I think Ferguson looked really good early, and then late.
Oh yeah, he hit him.
He couldn't take it.
That uppercut, dude.
Yeah, that was end of the second round, right?
Got hit with that uppercut at the end of the round. I was like, oh, Ferg's got this, dude. Holy shit. I was like, damn, this is insane. Yeah. I was like, Gaethje got saved by the bell. And then, I mean, it's fair to say he's not just a stone cold brawler now. He's
not anymore. No.
He's a tactician, man.
Yeah.
Like
he is an elite striker.
Yeah. Hard to hit.
That division.
Hard to hit,
man.
Yeah.
That division's in a good spot.
Okay, so true or false? Gaethje fights Khabib after Conor fights him again for the rematch.
False. He fights Khabib before Conor does.
You think?
Because he's the interim champion now. Like, I know he said he didn't want the belt, but then he took a picture on Twitter after with the belt. So for sure, take the belt, right? That's more money in your pocket.
Tony was the interim champ. Tony was the interim champ.
He was, and he got stripped. But that was after. So barring injury, barring anything weird, they have to make this fight. You cannot have an interim champion sitting on the side, healthy, on the side of the cage, waiting for Ferguson, for McGregor, Khabib, the real title have. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
Jesus.
You have to have them fight. It'd be ridiculous.
Is that Zach in the background?
Yes.
Okay, so you really do believe Gaethje's gonna get the shot? I mean, man.
Yeah.
It just scares me. I've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah.
McGregor couldn't eat.
It has.
And then okay, so if you had to predict Tony Ferguson's next opponent, who would it be?
I would have to say it will be Dustin Poirier, or it will be a move up to 170. And, I don't know who he would fight there, but he talked about it in the past. Maybe, cutting for him. I'm sure it's not an issue. I'm saying, but he might want to break from it. So I could see him going up to 170. But I'll say for now it will be Dustin Poirier. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay, that's a good fight. I think Poirier takes that actually now.
That's a crazy fight.
What do you think?
Yeah, I got to see Ferguson come back.
Ferg's nasty, dude. Ferg's nasty, but
yeah.
God, I'm still stunned.
Yeah,
I'm still stunned. All right, man. How do you feel about the other fight cards coming up?
Good. I think we'll get predictions on that
soon.
Next couple of days, we'll definitely be putting video. Mm-hmm. I mean, your boy Alistar's back. Walt Harris, after the terrible tragedy with his daughter, is back. I know. So
if Overeem gets knocked out here,
it'll be fun.
I don't know if I could do a podcast after that.
Well, we'll have to definitely. You got 2 cards though, so it should be a lot of fun breaking those down.
Email us at justafansports@gmail.com. It's up there.
Check out the Twitters.
at Dutch Bongers.
And at Andrew Montague.
All right, we'll probably see you guys soon.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yep.